40 years, a California woman has lived without knowing whether her husband died in a plane crash in the Rincon mountains.
The crash happened in August of 1984, but the crash site wasn't discovered until 13 years later. Now she and her son want to know once and for all if some of the remains found at that crash site belonged to her husband and why there was up to $50,000 in cash on board.
Lupita Murillo has more on tonight's News 4 Tucson investigation.
It was under dark skies. The plane flew straight into the mountain at full power. It exploded upon impact, killing everyone on board. Among the passengers, John Lee.
The last day I spoke to him was August 29th, 1984.
His wife, Susan, says her husband was a devoted father of 2 boys and a businessman who owned several companies in California.
Around 5 o'clock that afternoon, he called and said he was getting on a plane to go look at the working Cobble Creek factory in Texas.
Authorities say the leased Piper Saratoga turbo plane left Carlsbad, California with a scheduled stop in Houston before continuing to Orlando, Florida. When Susan didn't hear from her husband that night,
I knew something was wrong instantly.
When the plane failed to arrive in Houston, authorities began their search. After a week, they stopped, but Susan continued.
I rented like every helicopter in the county, and we got a shrimp boat trawler, and even Scripps Institute loaned us their underwater submarine. We looked everywhere, but we never found him.
13 years later, almost to the day when Susan last spoke to her husband, 2 hikers came upon the wreckage. This is a picture the hikers who asked to remain anonymous took of the crash site. In an email, one of them wrote, "The site was very steep, brushy, and difficult. This shot obviously depicts some of the wreckage among the brush." Also at the crash site, forensic anthropologist Walter Bergby recovered these items that included eyeglasses and chapstick. Susan got emotional.
I feel like crybaby. It's sad. It's sad, but it's relieving.
The Pima County Sheriff's Department report says the hikers also found a bag with moldy currency, a melted firearm, and skeletal remains. There were reports from DEA there was $1.5 million on board. $30,000 to $50,000 was found. The rest went up in smoke. It was also reported the people on board, minus the pilot, may have been involved in a drug deal, which would explain the large amount of cash.
He was going to invest in a Cobble Creek factory with some people in Texas, and that's why he had money on that plane.
She claims one of the 4 people on the plane had ties to drugs, and it wasn't her husband.
You know, my husband would never have gotten on a small plane to go do a drug deal. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Fast forward 36 years later, Susan was prompted by her youngest son to call the office of the medical examiner. He was just a toddler when his father disappeared and wanted some answers.
Try to figure out if we couldn't say something more definitive about his father.
Dr. Bruce Anderson remembers the case well. It was his first. So 23 years after he buried the 4 John Does, the remains were exhumed. He says for sure the remains are that of 4 people who were found at the crash site.
Because of all the bones on this table, the 4 upper arm bones on the left side are replicated.
Anderson will now extract DNA from the bones and send them to a lab in Texas.
So the postmortem profiles from the bones will go into a database.
Susan and her son's DNA samples will also go to the same lab and into another database.
And these search algorithms will look for a mother and a son that would match one of these bones. So it's almost like a paternity test.
A test that will hopefully give them closure.
Makes you feel at peace. You know, I just know.
Susan adds she can finally bring her husband home. Investigating for you from downtown, Lupita Murillo, News 4 Tucson.